On today's episode of Forgotten Gems, I wanted to talk about a show that I'm actually currently rewatching thanks to a kind citizen that has uploaded many of the episodes right here to YouTube. Let's dive into Life with Louie. Life with Louie was an animated show that premiered in prime time on Fox in 1994. It later moved to Fox Kids and ran from 1995 to 1998. This is where I was first introduced to this show, Fox Kids being the superior morning cartoon programming block for 90s kids. The show lasted for 3 seasons, giving us 39 episodes. The show was the brainchild of comedian Louie Anderson, who voices his younger self in the show. It follows Louie's life growing up as an 8-year-old in a fictional town in Wisconsin known as Cedar Knoll. It's a slice-of-life sitcom and explores the childhood of Louie Anderson growing up in the 1960s. Louie uses his dry wit and sarcasm to deal with tough situations, often using this sense of humor to cope with things around him. Though small, Louie is never afraid to stand up for what he believes in. He's a kind-hearted boy who always seems to do the right thing in the end, no matter how many times he butts heads with his own family. Louie Anderson narrated the show, and it always included live-action bookends of the comedian setting up the plot of the episode by relating it to a story from his past. This makes sense, as these are just exaggerated stories of his childhood that was turned into a morning cartoon. In my opinion, the real star of this show is Louie's dad. Louie's dad is Andy Anderson. Louie Anderson himself is actually the voice of his father. I like to think of Andy as a subdued version of Red Foreman from that '70s show. Andy is a World War II veteran who can be difficult to deal with for his family, but the caring part of him often shines through. Andy comes across as a character that doesn't understand his own limitations. He believes himself to be an expert in all matters, but that rarely proves to be true. My favorite part of Andy is his low-key insults and his griping. He actually feels like everybody's dad, especially when it comes to his mother-in-law. He always manages to get a good laugh from me in each episode. Life with Louie also enjoyed plenty of critical success during its run. It was nominated for 8 Emmys and was able to win 2 of them. These were back-to-back awards in 1997 and 1998 for Outstanding Performer in an Animated Program, this going to Louie Anderson himself. For crying out loud, go check out this forgotten gem for yourself. It's a funny, wholesome, and nostalgic blast from the past. Let me know if you got to watch Life with Louie as a child growing up. And let me know if you've ever stumbled across it on YouTube and been able to watch it for yourself. I can't recommend it enough. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I hope today's the day that I earned your subscription. Thanks for being a part of my life, and I'll see you next time.